Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
I'm always scouting for gadgets. Who isn't? I dare anybody who is not scouting for gadgets at all hours. I mean, this is one of the reasons why I have this thing on me at all times. Like, where's the new gadgets? What's new? What's new? What's awesome? What's great? And one of my favorite sites for finding new gadgets before they become new gadgets, any guesses? Where could you go to see what's about to be released or possibly be released? Kickstarter. I've funded several projects on Kickstarter. Some have been good. Some, after they shipped, were not as good. And the other day, got a random email from a group of people who have created a project that is getting funded. You can check the link in the show notes if you want to skip all my inane babble. Crypteks. It's a USB, like a USB storage device, a flash device that looks like this. This is not a Crypteks, but this. I'm just giving you an example. Like something that looks. Okay, maybe. So right, like that. The USB key, you stick it in. But the Crypteks. Okay, so let's think back to if you saw the movie or if you read the book. The Da Vinci Code, and there's a point in time where they have to take the scroll and gosh, I'm blanking on their names. He's got to turn these sliders back and forth to spell out a certain word in order for the thing to unlock and for them to get the next clue. So this Crypteks is what it is. This has now been translated into a secure USB device. And with the Crypteks USB key, essentially, I think it's 256 AES encryption, super high, and you set whatever you want your password combination to be, kind of like on luggage, and that's the only way to pull the USB part out to connect it to see what's there. So if someone else gets a hold of it, it's useless to them. They can't get to the data that's on there. Best yet, if they screw up the password combination, there's a mechanism to essentially erase it. So the data on there, so it'll be gone. Even if they did open it up eventually, it's gone. So it's kind of this, safe knowing that the data that you might have, if you carry one of these things around and you want to make sure it's secure, this is probably one of the most secure USB devices, like as far as a flash drive is concerned. This is not it. Again, I should put this down. This isn't it. This is just an example because they haven't actually shipped it yet. They built it on Kickstarter, and Kickstarter is just a treasure trove of amazing gadgetry. I mean, I swear I've funded so many of these things. So when they reached out and they said, hey, we just did this thing, they asked if we'd be interested in covering it. And I'm like, sure, I think we could probably accommodate it. And they came aboard as a sponsor for the blog post. And so I decided, I need to tell the YouTube community about this as well. So if you are looking for a USB device that is secure, something like that, it's kind of geeky, little Crypteks. I mean, a real USB Crypteks. This is it, and it is being created in large part because people like you and me want to fund these projects. If you have not, looked at what Kickstarter has for possibilities, these designers, these geeks, these artists, they're all going to Kickstarter to create something they want to create after they get the funding that you create. So Mr. Lewis GR8 or Mr. Lewis Great says, perfect for the CIA. It's a possibility. I don't know. I do know that many geeks are concerned about security, as well you should be. If you have data that you keep on a USB key on you that you don't want to fall into the wrong hands, you may consider getting a Crypteks. Because imagine having something on there that you didn't want anybody to see, thinking, oh, I'm always going to have it on me. You lose your keys, you lose the device. You don't know. It's completely out in the open. So, check out Kickstarter.com for the latest gadgets, and if you haven't already, I'm assuming you have. If you have a Kickstarter project, please drop me a line. May be interested in taking a look, possibly sharing it with the rest of the community, and then of course, Crypteks. Again, we have to thank them for their support and really ingenuity in doing, USB keys probably the way they should have always been done, and kind of adding a little bit of geeky fun to the mix, as if USB keys or flash drives weren't geeky to begin with. Oh, speaking of geeky, It's Misery 22 says, are you going to be on the Big Bang Theory? No, I am not. They don't know I exist. Yet.